Hi, I'm Tom, and I'm here to put a training class on for the trailer boat lift. And what we have is some instructions on the door, and we're going to actually take a boat, lift it up, and show the proper way to do this very safely. And hopefully this could be a good help to remind the certified users on what it takes to do this right, safely and efficiently. You know, that one's on the inside of the post, this one's on the outside. So this is where you have to do your juxtaposition of getting the boat in the right place. This is the power unit here, and it used to require a key, because I just don't see the lock anymore, but we would normally have a lock run through here. So somebody that isn't a club member, didn't have their key, they would have to unlock it, but I haven't seen that lock in a while, but that will be on there someday. So without a key, you won't get far. But it's just, you know, a simple motor, simple gearbox and winch. If you look at these cables, you'll see that where they hit the spool, then you can look at either side, but where the spool is, you never want to let this thing down so far that you don't have at least a half a wrap of that cable. Okay. You don't want it to be depending on where it actually connects into the, connects onto the spool, you know. We'll go ahead and pull these straps out, and then we'll notice that there's two straps, and each one's a different size. Obviously, small one for the front of the boat, big one for the back of the boat. In between the chains, so we're going to come on back. We'll have to move some things out of the way to clear the deck here.
You want this behind us?
Yep, behind the boat. Right here. Okay. The chain just simply runs through the loop of the strap. You want to try to get it up as high as you can, so you're minimizing how much travel you have to use on the cables. Okay, and I got to raise this other side too. So what I'll do is I'll jump inside and I'll find out where they are. Sometimes you can just find them here, and oh, there it is. No, yeah, so somewhere in here, and we're right in there. Okay, so there's one here. That's about all I can see. We definitely separated the short one and the long one.
Yeah, kind of leave them out. I think this one is the.
That would be the short one. That goes forward. This one goes aft. Actually slip off, okay? And since we're grabbing way back here, well, this boat's pretty flat, so we really don't have the issue, but I'm going to go ahead and stay with procedure, and that is we don't want these straps to get away from us, so we just simply tie on a rope between the straps. Up, I felt it, heard the noise. Check our legs. Make sure everything's in there real nice. Okay. And we'll go up a little more now. And what we're going to do is we're just going to load it. We'll hear the load, we'll feel the load, we'll see some movement. Nice and even. Back's a little bit late. Okay, so we just broke free from the trailer. There's no room for error here. Okay, all 4 points are looking good.
Boat looks level.
Yep, coming up pretty squarely. We're gonna go up another 6-8 inches, so I know that the keel will clear the trailer as I start going up the hill, the ramp.
Well, you're not clearing.
It was this trailer piece.
All right, you're good.
Clear.
Yes.
Go slow, I have to pull back on this.
Yeah, we're just gonna get here too.
He's clear. He's clear. Still clear. Still clear. Okay.
Are you going to clear the chain?
Yes.
Excellent.
Clear on this
All
side.
right.
block of wood under there, and we'd raise it with somebody in the boat with some, you know, support in here, and until we can get it all the way down. Once it's all the way down, then that's as far as you need to go, obviously. Okay. If you're not doing something to the keel, as you can see, this boat needs a good pressure washing all the way through. So, and we'll cover that in just a second as we get our pads set. Okay. Go ahead and go up a little ways, and then we'll move the green stands up to the boat. You're raising this boat, it's best nobody should be in the area, and you should stand behind this pole to keep from being a target for the boat if it should fall. Okay, so these back ones we're going to want in this section. About right there. Okay. There we go.
Now, do these pieces angle at the sitting or which way, or is that not?
Well, yeah.
It's a good question.
Normally, you're going to want to spread the weight, and you'll normally want it,
Front to back.
yeah, in to out. So the right way would be to have it like this, so that you're spreading the weight on there. But the pad should basically hold it. So.
Okay.
But that would be the correct position. So we're pretty confident that between the straps and the stands, we can work on this boat without any fears. Okay, you don't really want to rely completely on just the straps or just the stands. So if you're working the boat, what you do then is, yeah, you'll loosen this so that you can clean and sand underneath here. And what we need to do is make a mark, because we need to get this back. There's a good mark. Your time, get your cleaning done. And a lot of times, once you get that one spot done, you'll want to prime. So there's methods to being able to minimize how many times you're lifting and loosening and moving. So you get it all good and clean, go ahead and sand that spot. And then shove your pads back up, sand the rest of the boat. You know, then prime and get it all primed up except for the pads and the strap. And then you take your pick, one or the other. You loosen it up, you take care of that area, put it back. So the key thing is you need all points, 8 points here, the straps and your 4 stands to be under this boat. Now, you know, I'm not in a quiz, but what do you think the most important thing about using the lift is?
Safety.
You got it. You guys are pretty grown up. That's good. Safety. Okay, so that's why we get these stands under there. We don't just move them off and work like heck with the straps, and that's why we don't just pull the straps out of the way and let it hang. And definitely overnight. Anytime it's going overnight, everything's got to have some pressure on it. The stands, the straps, and at that point too is when you make sure you don't leave the cord plugged in overnight, because you get these jokers that come walking through here, and if it works, by golly, they'll wreak havoc on things. I think the club is provided as a pressure washer. I believe it's up there.
Right here.
Normally, you know, this is not really your storeroom, but it can be used to store some things. And especially you have boats on both sides, and it gets pretty crowded in here. But you know, get in, get it done, get off the lift, and you know.
Is there a certain amount of time you can stay on the lift?
I don't know. I think if you were to say I want to be on for a month, it might not be a problem if nobody else wanted it. But the reality is, the object is to get your boat on here, get it done, and get it off.
There's not.
Now is on the website, and it actually now shows the lift reservations as well as clubhouse reservations. So it's a much better means of seeing when you can schedule something. And it's first come, first served. There's no seniority here like slips. If I ever come out here and see you guys doing something wrong, I will come out and spank you verbally. Keep them out of the way, keep them from running into things. I'll do it. So, you see now it's out of the way, it's up.